I don't know if you guys stayed up late to watch this. It was a bit of a must-watch financial TV late night. Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy faced off with Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev over his company's conduct during the GameStop saga. Portnoy grilled Tenev on his decision to restrict buying in the Reddit-hype stocks rather than freeze both buying and selling. Take a look.
I'm proud of the way the team handled the crisis. By and large, we were able to protect the firm. We were able to prevent customers from having a bigger issue.
That's the part. How can you, in that line you just said, like, proud of how we handled it? How can that be possible? Like, you guys are billed as a firm to retail traders.
Yeah.
And you screwed them over. I mean, so how you protected the firm. That's what you did. And that's what it seems every decision was made to protect Robinhood. But everything that you built up as this image of catering, I mean, you literally, if you really want to protect the firm and protect the customers, you wouldn't have stopped buying. It's that decision basically had to crater the price and left a ton of your customers holding the bag.
I understand how you feel that way and how customers might feel that way, but I think we have to also protect, customers buying meme stocks rests on a foundation of our business being able to operate, which rests on a foundation of the financial system working, right? If the financial system breaks down, things could go south really quickly.
And I don't want.
Tenev effectively argued that if he didn't take any action, the company would have likely faced a liquidity issue in the future. He actually showed that conversation that we had the first night when Vlad came on, and I had asked him directly whether he had a liquidity crisis, and he said he didn't. Portnoy showed him that clip and then effectively went after him. The argument that he made, that Portnoy made, and I have to say, I think Portnoy is a very smart guy, but I don't think he necessarily appreciated it. He kept saying to Vlad all night, why wouldn't you just halt trading in the stock on both sides? But that's something that an exchange would do. It's not something that an individual brokerage would do. And if you did it at one brokerage and all the other brokerages didn't, and a lot of obviously other brokerages stopped allowing buying, but you could still get your money out. It was fascinating to watch. And, Dave really pushed him in some very good ways. And I give Vlad a lot of credit for actually even, sitting down with him. So I thought it was, I don't know if you guys stayed up to watch the fireworks.
Portnoy gave him credit for sitting down with him. At the end, he said, I'm not going to wish you good luck because I don't wish you good luck, but I will give you credit for showing up and taking these questions. And he really went after him for saying one thing here and then saying something else when he was under oath with Congress, which I thought was a fair point. The idea that Vlad keeps coming back to this whole thing about, we're all for protecting what we did, protected the retail trader. There were a lot of retail traders that got totally hosed by that situation. So, they were protecting I think Portnoy's right. They were protecting the firm and therefore protecting the money of the investors who were still there. But man, that was a raw situation for the people who were there. And it's
the truth, though.
He said he lost $700,000.
The truth, though, and I've thought a lot about this, is we talk about the meme traders, people who were trading these Reddit stocks on Robinhood. And obviously there was a huge number of people doing that. But the flip side is you could have tried to serve, if you will, the speculators that day. And had you tried to do that, you not only would have taken down Robinhood unto itself, but all of the other investors who are on the platform who are not speculating, which, by the way, are a majority of the people on the platform. So you have to decide at some level who you're trying to protect in what is otherwise a terrible scenario that they should have never gotten themselves into to begin with.
Yeah,
but
and
it's an interesting thing. And the other thing that struck me, and it's very true, and this part is where I think Dave has pushed the envelope in terms of what he pushed a narrative during that week around what was going on. Because the truth is, and Vlad did say it last night, and we've talked about the numbers, I think, a little bit maybe on this show, but definitely on this network. That week, interestingly, it's almost a contrarian thought. Retail investors were actually net sellers of that stock, of GameStop. And so the whole idea,
because nobody would let him buy it.
Well, no. If you look Monday to Wednesday prior, when everybody could buy it or sell it, retail was actually a net seller. You can go look through the Citadel numbers and some of the other things. And so it's funny how the narrative developed in one way, but when you actually look at some of the data, it looks very different. And I think over the next couple of weeks and months, as this whole story unfolds, I think it's going to get a lot more complicated, a lot more quickly, and it's not going to just be about the retail. It's actually going to be about the hedge funds and it'll be about the institutions that effectively jumped on top to sort of surf this wave. And oddly enough, some of them lost.
There's this perception or this fantasy that the stock would still be at $350
exactly.
if the buying hadn't been disrupted that day. And stocks at 44 and change still seems like a lot. I don't know. You know, maybe they got a great business coming, but the stock went where it was going. Maybe it wouldn't have gone there as quickly as it went there. But, you know, that one-day pause in the buying on that, you know, that's a great, you know, it sets up a fall guy, a boogeyman for who did something wrong. But the stock, under its own weight, is now at 44 and change. We'll see. Maybe it goes back to 400.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.